Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
We're here today, and I want to start out with saying that we usually have like a topic or one of the things that we want to talk about, but we don't rehearse this. This is off the cuff. Deanna and I having a conversation about what's going on, what's in the energy, right?
Right,
in this
and
moment.
what we're experiencing.
Yeah, for what this week is, and
also what we experienced since we finished the 28-day cleanse.
yeah.
And I know a lot of you are interested in hearing about that, the 28-day cleanse, because it does seem like a really long time, but I felt like doing it in January was a perfect time to do it. I think I started in the middle of January and ended in the middle of February, so it was perfect because people aren't doing a lot of social things, so it was really easy.
That was like the perfect time to do it because of that.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's all in the timing.
Yes.
And whatever you put your mind to, because I heard you say to someone, it wasn't until the last couple days that you were getting bored.
I was getting bored with raw. I really wanted some steamed vegetables, everything, that I looked at when I was looking at food videos, because I love Derek Sarno and watching his videos. He's a vegan chef. And
new vegan chef, new to us.
New to us, yeah. And I'll put a link and show you his YouTube channel. But he helps people transition into vegan food. But anyway, so I would look at his recipes, and I started making a file of all those recipes that I wanted to try once we were off of the cleanse. And I was on day 26, and I was like, oh, there's no way I'm going to stop now. I've done 26 days.
No, me too.
And it was so the last 2 days I would say were just a teeny bit challenging, but
yeah, for me too.
Then when we finished and we felt so good, we both, as well as Sam, said what?
We want to do it again.
Can't wait to do it again.
Yeah.
So we're planning it for middle of March.
Yes.
So we'll go from the middle of March to the middle of April, and then we're celebrating our birthdays in May. Deanna and myself and Sam. Yeah. And so we're definitely not doing a cleanse during our birthdays.
No.
So
I think it's just, for me, it is getting used to the possibility of eating this way like 90% of the time. So transitioning into one day, my body just wanting the raw food for 90% of the time. And it's quite easy and convenient to eat.
So one of the things I've noticed since I've been eating the cooked food is that my stomach feels heavier. I feel like I have less energy. Yep.
I do too. I feel thicker.
Yeah.
Not as light.
Yeah. So that's a big draw to do it again too. And to feel that lightness and the energy. And I would have to say I still have mental clarity because we still follow such a clean diet.
Yes.
But we've just added in steamed veggies and a little bit of grain-free pasta.
Yes.
A little teeny bit of that. And we had hummus from Basha today, one of our favorite.
With the Siete almond tortillas.
Yes, and so we choose Siete almond tortillas because there's only 2 ingredients in it. Maybe 3, almond flour, like water and salt, I think. And so so we have been easing back in for 3 weeks.
The steamed or sauteed mushrooms has been great. Because mushrooms, that's really a main source of protein for me.
Yes, and we had one mushroom dish when we were on the cleanse, and that was a raw
mushroom.
That was a great recipe. I'll put a photo up here, probably in between us, of that. And it was delicious. That Sam's plating, the way she plated it, and it was so tasty with the toppings that she put on it, and the barbecue sauce marinade that she put on it. Yeah. So we did have some variety.
And I heard you telling your client the other day that, and showing her pictures, because Deborah took pictures of everything. So she, you wrote a diary pretty much about what you were experiencing through it, and what it took to set it up to do that 3 smoothies before coming into work.
Yeah, and
get
also
those
to
done.
have a point of reference for the next cleanse.
Yeah, and
so
it
I can
makes
just
it
look at some
easier.
photos.
Yes.
And say, I loved that. I loved everything.
Yeah, all the different meals for dinner.
Yes, all the
They
different
were
salads
really good.
and raw
Yeah,
soups
yeah.
that we had.
And the
yeah.
nori rolls.
Yeah, and so
And the Buddha bowl.
one of my clients who, I think everyone is considering a plant-based diet now because,
Really?
well, a lot of people are because it's coming out, and I see it in the Google headlines. It's like, what centurions are saying about, living longer, and it's eating more fruits and vegetables. Never, ever did we give anything up. Not from day one when we started.
No.
We just added more fruits and vegetables to our diets.
Oh,
and
a ton more. I've never eaten this many
No.
fruits and vegetables in my life, and I do now for the first time in my life have such an appreciation for the freshness and the taste.
Yes, because our tastes changed.
Oh yeah, our tastes have really changed. And again, like I like the ease of it, so I don't have 100 things to choose from to eat or prepare. I just have raw vegetables or raw fruit, and it's creating different combinations of the food has been really creative.
Yes,
and tasty.
it has. And there's
delicious.
just a limitless way of preparing and eating. And what I love about it is that, and I want to go back to what my client said, but what I love about it is there's just so many spices and herbs that you can flavor your, in sweetness and in bitterness and hotness, that you can flavor it your way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know it's that way with other products, and everything, but I find it is much more interesting with fruits and vegetables, because even the fruits and vegetables at different times of the year taste different.
Depending on their season.
And their
like if they're in
freshness.
season, yes. Like the watermelons, like we recently had some melon and watermelon, and it doesn't taste the same. And
No.
it's just, it's not as the taste is not as potent as it is when they're in season.
Yes.
And I love, like, for me, watermelon is like a sweet treat. It's like eating candy.
Yeah.
And the texture of it, like I'm really in tune with the texture of food as well. And the texture of a really good watermelon, when it's crisp and it's really sweet, reminds me of cotton candy when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
so you can get those childhood memories of things that you used to eat with fruits and vegetables.
Healthy food,
I
not
agree.
just pure sugar.
Because that's one of the hardest things about transitioning into this lifestyle, is because so much of our social life and our cultural life and our ancestry is centered around food.
Yes, yeah, and it's rightly so, because it brings people together.
Yes,
you have conversations,
and you have memories, and, our olfactory, our sense of smell has the strongest memory. So just smelling that when you walk into the house, your grandmother's house and stuff like that. But you could still have those.
It triggers the joy and the love within you when you have experiences like that.
Yeah.
And it's so organic and authentic.
Yes, and so we're changing the tide with our own children and grandchildren to have these sense of fresh fruits and vegetables when they walk in.
Yeah, and food that is raw has a higher vibration, a higher frequency. It's a living thing. And if you think about, like, everything that's cooked is dead.
Yes.
And has a lower vibratory quality.
Yeah.
So when you give yourself higher vibratory quality foods, you are, it feeds your high vibration.
Yes.
It fuels your high vibration.
Yes.
So
that's why we have so much energy and why we feel so good. So back to my client. So she said, after she looked at the picture, she said, "You're showing me that it's really not that hard, and it can be so tasty." Just from showing her the pictures. So we wanted to talk about that. There's one other thing we want to talk about in our last video, but what were you going to say?
Well, two things. I do want to talk about what we're setting up for the empowerment panel, this whole empowerment focus group that we're setting up, that we're getting ready to launch, which launches next Saturday. So I want to tease that a little bit, but also talk about the application of the brow mascara that we did feature this week.
Stay tuned, because we're only going to go a few more minutes more.
Yeah.
So let's start with the mascara.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about the empowerment panel at the end.
So I find that the brow mascara is the easiest brow product application out there. And this is the brow mascara. And I'm going to use my magnifying mirror. And if it's brand new, you want to take it out of the tube and rub a little bit of the excess of the product off.
On the lip.
On the lip.
Yes,
Right.
because there are fibers in it, and it's the fibers that make your eyebrows look fuller. So all you have to do is set the wand right on your brow and hold it horizontally and do short little strokes across your brow. And you can see the color is being deposited. And you can go back and even it out with the wand, as Deanna's doing. But look at how much the before and after and how much product actually came out. We had a comment on our last video where someone said they bought one of the shades. They bought it in the lighter shade, and it didn't work the same way for them. So 99.9% of the time it is user error with a makeup product, which is why we are so explicit on technique
And teaching it.
And that's
because we're not born with this knowledge.
Well, yeah, and the other thing is that a lot of other cosmetic companies are out there just to sell a product, and we're here to teach you how to use the products. And if you can't use it, you have to contact us directly, because we can work with you even on video on how to use the product.
So it's easy. This will stay on. It's water resistant, and I use the Sophia color on my brows, and it comes in 3 colors. And the Jane is the lightest. It's great for browns and blondes and light browns and gray. And then the Catherine has more of a warm auburn tone.
But the Catherine does not have the little fibers in it.
No,
it's a different formula.
It is, until we sell out of it. So, so it's quick and easy. And all of you out there who are using the brow mascara, please comment. And we love also both the positive feedback along with the negative, because we learn from it each time.
And so does everybody else.
Yes. And that's why we're sharing. And so we're excited about starting this focus group, because we want to introduce Tim to women 50 years and over who don't wear makeup.
So what about people who are watching for the first time? They don't know who Tim is.
Oh, so do you want to tell them who Tim is?
So Tim is our makeup genius.
Makeup company.
There's
never been a makeup company like this before,
because it's so minimal and simple. It's only 4 steps, and there are only 6 products,
and it takes less than 5 minutes to do your makeup every day. And we just did it on a woman that was 75 yesterday, and she said, "Oh, I wish I had known about how to do this for my children's wedding." And I said, "You don't need a special occasion to do this. You can look and feel this great every day." So our panelists are beautiful women, and they've
never tried Tim.
Never tried Tim.
So they're going to be receiving a kit, and they're going to document their journey, and they're going to send in videos for a month. Thank you.
Because it takes 28 days to form a new habit.
Yes.
And so they're going to be sharing all of their ups and downs, their successes and their failures, and how it changes the way they see themselves when they look in the mirror, and the vibration that they're now carrying, and how people are responding to that vibration. We're going to
interview them on this channel.
Yes.
And you're going to see them and listen to their stories. And we're really, really excited about this. And so the women, 3 of the women that are on the 4-woman panel are out of town. And so that's going to be even a bigger testament to anyone can do it. They don't have to live in Rochester, New York to be able to have this experience.
Correct. Correct. They can purchase the kit, and they get all of the instructions with it. And we also have... we'll be offering a journal for women to buy, and also encouraging everyone to give us their feedback.
So it's an instructional video that comes with the purchase of a kit, as well as written instructions on a face chart. And so we're really excited to share this with you. I think we're finished for today, because we talked about everything. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, have a great week, and be in the flow, and just say yes to love.
Yes, and like the video, and if you love it, and also subscribe to the channel, because that gets it out there more and shares it with more women to be able to become empowered and see how simple and minimal it is to feel beautiful.
And be the best, greatest version of who they are every day.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Have
We
a
love you
happy
all.
Sunday.
Mwah. Thank you so much.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.